Right, well, the ABF charity is the Army's charity since 1944, and what it does, it tries to support soldiers and their families, servicemen, either in service or after they've finished their service, particularly people who may be injured or they may be amputees while they were on tour, and it's to provide a fund of money that they can call on to be used to adapt their existing homes to make their life a bit easier. So it's a very valid charity, and it more or less does, to quote an advert, what it says on the can. If you have a problem, you can call on this charity, and if you qualify for that, then of course the money will be put in place for you to do the necessary adaptations to your home. And I think also for the servicemen who've served and they've been injured whilst in the service, it's good to let them know that they've not been forgotten, that what they did was appreciated. And just because they may be injured now, and they may have a bit of a broken body, that doesn't mean to say that they can't still be a valid member of society, you know, still with a function. And I think that the moral side of this is really as important as the financial side, just to know that they're getting support from the general public. Well, that's a big question. There's a lot. There's the government have in place a programme called the Green Deal, which will be rolled out in the not too distant future, probably be sometime this year, the latter half of the year. And what that's is trying to address the problem of trying to make our houses more sustainable retrospectively, and that's the real problem, because even in 50 years' time, 70% of our housing stock will still be period houses, because we tend to be very sentimental about the type of house we live in this country. And it's all right to make policies for new housing, replacement housing. That's easy to do, you know, because you can say they've got to be Code 5, Code 6 or fully sustainable houses, and you can put planning regulations in place to attain that. The real problem comes is when you have old housing stock that people want to live in, how do you actually make that meet the criteria that Europe are demanding without demolishing them? So it's been a very thorny one to tackle. That's why it's been ignored in the past, but now they're going to have to do it. And it's going to be the biggest, I suppose, the biggest movement in the building industry since the war. So there will be a boom. And how they're going to fund it, because we have no money, essentially, is allegedly this is how they're going to fund it. They're going to get the energy companies, which are cash rich because of the profits they're making, to make very low interest loans to people to be able to improve their property. Loans of up to £20,000 allegedly. These are the figures that I've been spoken to about. And then what happens? So people say, yeah, but we don't want to pay loans back. But if, say, for instance, your energy bills are £1,000 per year, and then using these loans you make a saving of, say, £400 a year, that £400 will be used to pay back, some of that £400 will be used to pay back your loan. So in actual fact, it won't cost you anything. It will come out the savings that you make on your energy bills. Because let's be fair, what we all had to do as a nation, because energy is not going to reduce in price, nor is the cost of water, which has gone up hugely recently, is we have to be able to use less. Right, we have to be more sustainable. So that's the only way of beating the energy companies, is to make sure that our houses are well insulated, airtight. So therefore, we're not going to, when we actually use some of these renewable sources of energy, it's no good doing that because they're expensive, and then it all dissipates through the fabric of the building. So we have to improve the fabric of the building, then we'll use much less energy. So it's a long-term plan rather than a short-term. So hopefully that will happen, and it will also, all these adaptations that we do to soldiers' homes should incorporate, you know, all these energy targets that we need to do.